tuned in to another episode of Streets of Success Podcast. Frank, Jalil, and we got a very special guest. Showtime Sheed, Showtime Speaks. What's up with you, baby? How you feeling?
Good, man? In the building, in the flesh, feeling good. My boy Lil in the building. Like, what we talking about? Roxborough's finest. I mean, just...
You're right.
I'm speechless, bro.
Yeah, right.
Before we even start the show, bro, I just want to say, like, I'm proud of you, bro.
Yeah,
like,
appreciate
genuinely
you, bro.
from the heart, man. Like, you, from what you've been through to how I saw you back when we was in high school to where you at now, bro, we talking about blessings. We talking about really walking into what you're supposed to be walking into, being in the right spaces, you know, being with Frank. I'm saying, like, you went on your journey, getting locked up, going through what you went through, and being able to give it back now.
Yeah, I appreciate you, bro.
Like, bro,
Facts.
we really come from nothing, bro, and trying to find a way to make it through what we've been through, and to go through that phase of your life that you went through it, and now being able to, like, really, really give it back to the streets and give it back to the people. Like, this is what we've been called to do.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. I'm just excited to be here, man. Streets of Success, Showtime Speaks.
Thanks, bro.
First off, thanks for coming on, man.
No
Thanks
doubt,
for making
bro.
the time.
No doubt, man. Listen, anything for my boy, bro.
Yeah,
We've been rapping since, like, I'm giving him encouragement. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Like, keep doing your thing. I remember y'all was on the street. Like, y'all was in the middle of Broad Street.
Yeah.
Sitting up. And then from there, y'all been consistent.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of people want to get into this podcast game and do what we doing, but don't want to be consistent, bro. And, like, bro, every single week, every day, y'all been going at it, bro. Like, yo, y'all should be saluted.
Appreciate that,
because,
man.
like, this podcast
For real,
game
bro.
is hard. You get discouraged. You start feeling like, man, what am I doing? Like, is it working?
Yeah.
Bro, nah, man. I'm here. Like, bro, if nobody gave y'all flowers yet, I'm giving it to y'all right now publicly. Y'all deserve this credit, bro, because y'all
Appreciate
changing
you,
a lot
bro.
of people's life, bro.
Appreciate it, man.
Like,
Thank
for
you.
real.
Appreciate
Like, listen, man, y'all changing the setup. Y'all doing some different things, bro. And that's how it is, bro. You go from here to doing this, to the basement, to doing this, to now, bro, we gonna be in one of the best studios, bro. Like it take time to get to that point, man. I'm rambling right now because I'm just
No, you good.
up,
You good,
man.
bro.
No.
Real red.
like,
You're keeping it real. That's
Like,
just
this
real
is
shit
real,
because
bro.
people don't understand how hard it is to, first off, start a podcast. Everybody want to start a podcast.
Yeah.
Well, then you got to put money out for the equipment, right?
do, bro.
Then you got to learn how to even upload it. Then you got to
1000%.
edit clips. Then you got to
1000%.
think about topics for the guest. Like, it's so much that goes on. It isn't just coming on and talking in front of a
Nah, bro.
microphone. They
It's
think
not.
it is.
Yeah.
it's not, bro.
There's a lot to it.
I take it so personal when people think that, like, they could just wake up one day and roll out of their bed and be like, yeah, I'm going to do a podcast.
Yeah.
Like, it's just that simple.
Yeah.
Like, you and your co-hosts, and y'all got to be on the same, y'all got to be aligned. Y'all got to think the same a little bit. Y'all got to be on the same kind of mission, bro. And to the fact that, you know, God placed both of y'all at the same place at the same time to be doing exactly what y'all doing, bro.
Multiple times, bro. We went through how many different
Like,
jails together?
Yeah.
You mean to tell me that that's not
Yeah.
ordained? That wasn't supposed to be what it is?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
that is, come on, man. Like,
And I
that's-
ain't gonna say which one. I don't know if we can. Well, you off now, but one of his parole agents wound up being my cousin, bro. And I didn't even know
Tell
that.
him about
That's
that.
How, that's
Tell him
how
about that.
crazy it is.
Tell him how that transpired.
We go to a speaking engagement for kids.
Yeah.
Basically volunteer to talk to troubled youth.
Yeah.
We get there, bro, and he like, yeah, my PO want us to go speak to the kids. I'm like, all right. I get there, bro. His PO is my cousin. I'm like, bro, it's crazy,
Yeah,
bro.
bro.
Like, it's no other, no other, like, signs that could have been better than that, bro. That was like, yo, you mean? Yeah, we green, bro. We locked in. That's my guy.
That's really how it be, man. That's how it is with me and Kenny, man. Like, you know, we met, and it started off from, we wasn't thinking about doing no podcast. We wasn't thinking about, we was just training together. And then it just naturally, we just kept being around one another, and our minds just thought the same. We wanted the same things. We was aligned and thinking about business and trying to make money and trying to make a change in our community and doing this and doing that. And God blessed us with, you know, one of the best shows, man, and one of the best people and some great energy around it, man. And to be at the forefront of that, leading the way, watching something that I had a vision for, that I created. Y'all doing the same, like we doing the same exact thing, bro.
Yeah.
Bro.
Like to watch something that y'all had a vision for. Y'all got rugs, merch, y'all got lights, cameras, mics. Yo, like we really doing this shit, man.
Yeah.
Like this ain't no, we not playing around. We really trying to help change the culture and change the way people think and how people view us.
Yeah, we are. We
Like-
are doing it. Yeah,
like-
bro.
This is real streets to success, bro. This is real keep going movement. This is real. Come on, man. I can keep going.
real.
bro.
It's just all
Like,
positive vibes, man.
bro.
For real,
Positive shit going on, man. Look, I appreciate you for coming on here. I appreciate you for commending us because it does get discouraging.
1000%.
You do feel like you're wasting your time.
1000%.
But like even like the DMs we get sometimes, like I'll get
That's
a DM,
what
I'll
keep
share
us
it with
going.
him.
1000%.
I'll share it with him,
bro.
like, yo, like people are noticing, man, we're
Yeah.
making a change. Because like I think the money is great. That's just gonna be
Yeah,
that's gonna be a counterpart of making the change.
1000%.
So we're not focused on the money. We're focused on just putting the work in and getting results with the people.
No, 1000%,
So-
bro. Like
Fact.
that's important, bro. Like what the mission is and what you're doing it for, bro. Because, you know, even in like sponsorships, even in doing all these different things and getting all this stuff, man, one of the biggest things that I learned from the people that I've been working with, you know, advertising and doing all this stuff, it takes time.
Yeah.
It's not gonna happen like instantly.
Yeah.
And some of us want that instant gratification of that success right now. But like, yo, over time, man, people, and the thing that I've realized going to these networking events, being outside, doing what I'm doing and being where I'm at, yo, people care about authenticity.
Right.
Like they care about that authentic energy, that authentic vibe, bro, because it's a lot of people out here faking it, bro, getting behind these mics and getting behind this camera
And
and
it could
thinking
be
that,
anything.
you know what I'm saying?
Anything they want.
Like, so it's just being able to have, you know, something that's meaningful and something that like people gonna see from the ground up.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it's special, bro.
For real, bro. Real rap. Let's get to it, man.
get into it.
We start off, she basically like, where you from, what you been through, leading up to everything you got going on now.
Man. Man, I don't even know where to start, man. Like,
Where are you from?
yeah.
What was the household like at an early
Yeah,
age
yeah,
for
yeah.
you?
Yeah.
And then how did you get into, you know, and know you're an athlete and all that
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
So give us, you know, where you're from. We know you're from Philly. Where
Yeah.
at?
So grew up in Abbotsford Projects.
Shout out to the four,
You know
man.
what I'm saying? Shout out to all my people, man. Just like, you know, sometimes I don't get a chance to see everybody, but like, you know, always on my heart. I'm talking about like deep rooted. You feel me? Like just everything I ever do is to try to inspire and motivate. And I learned that's the best that I can give, you know what I'm saying? And where I'm at with my life right now. And just, you know, growing up in a single parent crib, you know what I'm saying? It was me, my brother, and then 14 years later came my little sister. Really, you know, always had a dream that like one day that I was gonna be something. You know what I'm saying? I had, you know, where I lived at, like, it was like on a hill and it's a circle. If you know the projects, you know it's a circle, right? And then like where I stayed, you know, I was able to see the skyline of Philly.
Yeah.
And it did something to my soul. It did something to my energy. And like when my mom wouldn't let me go outside or she wouldn't let me do what I wanted to do, you know, like deep down inside, bro, she was saving my life.
Yeah,
You know
she
what I'm
was
saying?
protecting
Like, she
you.
was protecting me. And it used to hurt me sometimes because like I wanted to be out there. I wanted to be in the mix. I wanted to, but the only time I would really come out is when it was time to play some sports.
Yeah.
When it was time to really like, you know, show, you know, and be that. So just growing up in the projects, man, it was hard, bro. It was tough, man. I seen a lot, been through a lot, seen a lot, felt a lot of pain, lost a lot of people. And to be honest, bro, like that's one of the things that I live for, man. Like a lot of dreams died.
Yeah.
And, you know, a lot of those dreams still live within me. And that responsibility that I've gained and I've taken over for all these years, man, it's just like my gift back to them is I made it. You know what I'm saying? I made it out. And just to be in this position, it's hard. It's a hard crown to wear, man. It's it's heavy sometimes because, you deal with the fact that you think that people think that you left them.
Yeah.
Or thinking that like you're not thinking about them or you forgot. And I don't forget nothing. I don't forget nothing I ever been through. That's why I realized that my greatest gift was always to give my voice.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And like, ain't no money gonna change nobody's situation. They could change situations, but like that real hope come from somebody really speaking up and talking about, what you've been through, talking about real inspiration, real hope, real motivation. And to be honest, man, that's all I ever tried to be. And I'm just sitting here just thinking about it now, man. I remember growing up, like a lot of people that I lost was a lot of people that I talked to one-on-one.
Yeah.
A lot of people that I really I was able to get people one-on-one and had those real conversations with them. And I tried. And I think that for me, I think that's the part that I hold on to, that I gave my energy, I gave my voice. And that's what helps me sleep at night.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Knowing that like, even at 10, 12, 11, 13 years old, I was here with it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And like, it was times where I was scared. It was times where I felt like, shoot, man, I always knew I was going to be something, so I had to protect it.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize it until like, certain people, certain things happen to certain people and certain things like really triggered me and said, you know what? Like, bro, you got to go.
Yeah.
You got to go do something. You got to do it differently.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, grew up in a single parent crib. My pop was like, in and out of my life. You know what I'm saying? Like, I always
was him and your mom together still?
They
Like,
wasn't.
They
weren't together no more. I remember like he tried to. I've never even told this story out in in public, man. It's crazy. Like I remember my dad tried to like propose to my mom and she said no. And just like, you know what I'm saying? Like never really seeing like certain things, that relationship between my mom and my dad, never really seen like love. You feel me? Like never really seeing that, like, like give her a kiss on the forehead. I'll be back. I see you. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't grow up and I didn't have that. You know what I'm saying? Like my pop, he left the crib and, like I would see him, he would come get us. But, it was times where like, bro, like, he wasn't there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it was just me. We was fending for ourselves, man. I had to become the man of the house.
How did that affect you?
It affected me a lot, bro, because, that responsibility, like when you imagine being a kid, right? And all of a sudden you hear bop, 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 and you like, you ain't got you ain't looking at
nobody to run to.
You know what I'm saying? It's you gotta deal with that on your own.
Yeah.
And that became like a normal thing, bro. I remember it was times where you would hear it, pop, pop, and you'd be like, and I would get up middle of the night or whenever I got up, and I'm checking my little sister. I'm putting my hand underneath her nose to make sure she's still breathing.
Real,
you know what I'm saying? Like really, like
Facts.
checking all the windows to make sure ain't no bullets come through those windows. And for real, bro, like God really blessed me and my family with the strength of like no bullet ever came through those windows, man. You know what I'm saying? And I always felt like when I was a kid, I always felt like I was protected from something. Yeah. And I had like this aura that was really protecting my energy. And I was always this energetic, loud, energy, funny kid, but was focused though at the same time though too. So it was just like I had to learn how to deal with and manage my emotions. Yeah. 'Cause I'm a passionate dude. And as a kid, I didn't really know how to channel that shit. Yeah. So, not having that relationship with my pop, it really affected me, man. We ain't, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was birthdays and Christmases, we ain't getting nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing. You know what I'm saying? And like, for years on years on years, and it just built up a hate. And, we could talk about that, that relationship, a little later, but, it truly, it made me the man that I am today. It made me go harder. And like
so you grateful for it?
I'm definitely like now looking back at it, man, like it challenged me to be a better version of myself, even though I wasn't ready.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And, my mom, like, big shout out to my mom, man, because like those times where I thought she was trying to, like, she was scared and she didn't really want me to do nothing, or she would, you know, I'll be sitting on the step and I'm sitting there, I'm like, damn, man, I want to, you know, lead a stoop. Like, I can't. You know, Mom Dukes ain't here, or, you know what I'm saying, those times where I'm locked out the crib and me and T is sitting down there at the corner, we talking, we vibing, and, you know, like, I used to live at the bottom of the hill, so, like, it just, like, you know, everybody used to know, you know, like, what I was about and what I was on, and, you know, being able to carry it with the fact that, like, people knew that sports was my thing. You know what I'm saying? And that was the thing that separated me from everything, man. I was a kid who I can be in any crowd. You get what I'm saying? Like, it didn't matter if you was from West, North, South. It didn't matter. I was good. And my inspiration to a lot of these people that's, like, in the streets or whatever they got going on is really like, bro, don't substitute yourself to just one thing or one block or one entity, bro. It is so many more opportunities in all these different places that when you get to be of age, you got connections at the top of Philly, the bottom of Philly, people in Jersey, people in Delaware. Like, bro, you really never know who you going to high school with, who you dealing with, who you rocking with. Don't just, this is my hood, and be too cool that this is it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got some of my best relationships from people who didn't live in my neighborhood. You know, big shout out to BXA Digital, my boy Rel, my brother. I mean, like, we've been rocking since high school. Rocking since high school. We went to college together. We was roommates. And, bro, that's my brother for life. Like, we work together. Like, we do work together. He come shoot, you know, pictures up there for the podcast. He doing some big time thing. Big shout out to you, bro, because, you know, he was a big help in my life that really helped change my life. You know what I'm saying? So I'm rambling. I'm going all over the place, but, you know, where I'm from really made me who I am.
So at what age did you start getting into sports, and what sports was it?
So when I was coming up, when I was 6 years old, man, and I remember the only trip that we ever took as kids, we ain't never go nowhere. We ain't go to no beach. We ain't go to no trip. We ain't go nowhere. It was here, north. We was in the projects. We was in North Philly, or we was uptown because my pop, his mom and everybody, they lived uptown, and we was able to escape and go up there. But we went on this one trip, and it was like a family reunion type thing, and we went to Maryland, and that's when football was really birthed for me. Like, we was playing on the street. It was this styrofoam football. It was like this yellow and purple football. And they was throwing it, and I'm diving on the cement. I'm acting crazy. I'm wild. I'm the kid who scrape his knees, get up, skin hanging off. I'm that dude. Like, I was
6 years old.
I'm kid, like, just scrappy, and that's how I got into it. We left there, and they was like, "We put you in football," and that's where my life started to really, like, change, bro, because that's where I took out my anger. That's where my dad not being there, this, that, the third, everything that I went through, I took it to the field, bro. I took all that energy and I put it into something positive. So, like, for me, when I hear, you know, people going through whatever they're going through, find something that you can take out your anger on, bro, whether it's playing, whatever you got going on that helps.
You gotta turn that pain
to
power.
You have to, because if you don't, you're gonna be a menace out here. So we talking about all of us who had a choice. We had a choice. I had to make a choice as a kid. Like, even though I was being pulled in so many different directions, what you gonna do? And it was just like, football was my outlet. And you mean to tell me I can hit somebody, I'm not gonna get in trouble? Sign me up. Sign me up, bro. I was playing linebacker. I was in them trenches, bro. I was really hitting. I was always one of the top hitters on the team. I was always that scrappy kid. And like I said, man, it saved my life. I was playing for the Alny Eagles. I played for the Cecil B. Moore Chiefs when I was growing up. And then eventually when I got to high school, that's when things started to kind of, like, you know, turn up just a little bit, bro.
And I commend you for that too before we go any further, bro, because I know personally it been plenty times where you lost people in your life where you could have went the opposite route
1000%.
and snap, bro. You feel me? So it's like, I definitely commend you for that, bro. Facts.
Man,
I commend you for recognizing your outlet, like, because as a teenager, you're starting to become a man. You're dealing with emotions. You don't know how to deal with emotions. You have resentment in you said from your father.
1,000%.
And all the other things. Someone probably talked to you a slick way, or you didn't get what you want. You just get angry and frustrated. And what it does, it causes turmoil inside of you, and then the energy inside of you.
Yeah, man.
And your outlet was the football field.
1,000%. Now I was, it helped me, and I didn't realize it, but I still was being pulled by the street, being pulled by like wanting to be in the mix, because you got to deal with. Oh no, yo, you a bitch, or you this, or you that.
You weird.
You want some.
Oh, you the athlete. You
get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it was always feeling that pull that you had to prove that you was rocking. No, I'm here. I live here. We here.
Yeah.
But my path was always different, bro, And I was trying to cipher through that when I was a kid, and I didn't really know. And that's where, where I talk about my dad, man, I wish things was different, man, growing up. Things have changed now because God put me in position to be different. And I think that, sometimes even the youth, even as being young, we got to teach the old.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? Like now being able to articulate my feelings, being able to be, emotional but controlled and be able to have those grown man conversations. We've been able to talk about some of those things, man. And like I said, man, God put me in some really good places to be able to speak like that, because I was really holding on to a lot of that hurt, a lot of that pain that really it truly hurt me, bro. So like I said, man, like the game changed my life. But I still had to make the right choices, even within that.
So, Sheed, when you're getting pulled, basically you're kind of still getting tested, I think,
1,000%.
right? So, did you ever fold?
Yeah.
Did you ever get into a fight because somebody called you out of your name, or did you ever dabble in the streets or go after the party and get too wasted or anything like that?
So yeah, man.
You're a human.
When I was in middle school, I definitely got into a couple of fights when I was in middle school, but to be honest, bro, even when I got to high school, I was so locked in. I used to be around it, but I knew I wasn't in it. You know what I'm saying? It was imagine being in the position where I remember this one. My feet was in the ground and going on, boom, boom, boom. The fire is right in front of you. You got to make a choice. Lil, we went to the same high school. You get pulled into thinking that I have to get in this to make sure they know I'm with them. And for me, it was just I remember this is what I say to the kids all the time. I had a godly moment where this was the most pivotal moment of my life. Where if I made this one decision, you cooked.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? And it's just for me, it's just deep down within my soul, bro, I knew I was destined for something. And I had to protect it, even when I was feeling they gonna think I'm not with them.
Yeah.
And I had to take that as a kid and be like, you know what? You gonna be all right, bro.
That's powerful. That's super powerful.
And the thing is, you're jeopardizing friendships because now people are going to either look at you different, or they're going to, like you said, think that you're not with them.
Yeah, because this ain't just school friends, bro. We catch the 32 together.
Yeah, no, 1,000%.
And you going home to the projects with these same people.
Yeah.
You feel me? So not only are you dealing with them in school, you got to deal with them at home too in the projects.
1,000%.
That's why I said that's powerful.
And that's
bro.
crazy that it's considered corny for protecting yourself and your future.
Yeah, 1,000%.
And at that time, it was considered corny.
So that's why my message to a lot of the kids is basically bro, it's cool to be you.
Yeah.
It's cool to be bro, who I was and the athlete and doing this, and still I'm hip. I ain't no bitch. I'm here. I'm here.
Yeah.
But my mission,
it's different.
my mission was different.
Yeah.
And the protection that I had, man, my mom used to take us to church every single weekend, you know what I'm saying, every Sunday. I used to be mad about it, but it gave me that structure of knowing that God got something for me. And that's what gave me hope. That's what, you know what I'm saying? Like my mom keeping us involved, me choosing to do sports that I wasn't even equipped to even. I was playing tennis to stay out the streets, bro. Get me saying? I'm working on, and I found a reason to say why I was doing it. I'm working on my footwork. I'm trying to make it to the league. I'm trying to, like, I never even spoke on it. I never even spoke about playing in the NFL or nothing like that. I just did it. Like, I never had a trainer, never had somebody telling me what to do. This is all from the muscle. This wasn't where somebody was telling me, like, or some, like,
will and determination.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, this was pure off of, that's why people respect me, bro. Because the simple fact that, like, what I should have been in, I wasn't, and I made a choice even in the midst of all of that, bro. Like I said, I would get a lot of people one-on-one, and they knew who I was. They knew what type of time I was on and what I was really trying to do.
Yeah.
And, like, I remember having those conversations, man, and it get me emotional, man, because those moments in your life where, like, you can really, like, you can snapshot them. Mm-hmm. And I remember, like, yo,
vividly
bro,
too.
Like, yo, bro, like, yo, we going to college, bro. Like, we gonna do this, we gonna do that. Oh man.
Mm-hmm.
There's someone contemplating dropping out and trying to get you to join them, and you're thinking about going to college, but that's still your dog. That's a tough spot to be in.
It's a tough spot, man.
Or some people might actually plan on going to college and don't make it to even see college or get out of high school.
And that for me, some of us, like you said, like some of us, I know, and it's hard because some of us feel like we don't got no choice. Mm-hmm. Like, yo, we got a choice, bro. And in those times where I felt like I didn't, I made the best choice for me. And it was something that truly, like, if I didn't make those choices, man, I wouldn't be here, bro. So, you know, the love, the energy, and the motivation behind, even when I was a kid, I've been this same dude since I was a kid, man. I ain't never switch up on nothing. Always kept my true, authentic self, the energy, the love. And I've been this person, bro.
Facts.
This ain't something that I made up.
No, every time I see you in the hallways in high school, the same way,
Come
bro.
on, man. Like, the
same way,
energy,
bro. Facts.
Like,
it's for me, it's all I'm hearing is I was loyal to my future self.
1,000%.
I was loyal to my future self, and my intuition, you always went with your intuition rather than going against it.
1,000%, bro. And a kid just asked me, I spoke at Crystal Ray High School 2 minutes from where I'm from, like, you know what I'm saying? And a kid asked me, he said, what would you say to your high school version of yourself? And I damn near start crying, like, oh, like, and I said to this kid, I said, you know what I would say to my high school self? I'm proud of you, kid. I'm so proud of you because even when you were supposed to make that decision that you thought you were supposed to make, you made the right one. And you knew at some point you was going to lead this thing at a level that nobody else could do it but you. I'm talking about people who I had on a pedestal that I held so high tell me, Sheed, you doing it better than I ever could have did it. And for me, that was just like, you feel this way about me?
Yeah.
When I used to look at you like you was the hood hero. Like you was everything to me, bro. Like you gave me you gave me hope. You know what I'm saying? Seeing you drive with the I'm like, yeah, okay. Okay. And hearing that, seeing that, being in this position that I'm in now, I'm proud of you, young version. I'm proud of you. I'm proud because you really helped changing the culture right now. You really, like, you not scared to talk about your emotions and how you feel. And I ain't scared to say, listen, I just told Lil before we even started, bro, I went to an event at the Philadelphia, like the youth basketball joint, and I'm leaving, and we in there talking with the Jewish people, and I'm at the Jewish Business Networking event, and I'm saying, bro, if this building was alive and if it was here, you know how many people's lives would have been saved? If this was here, if the Kroc Center and this building was here, Man, a lot of people that I know, what they would still be here. I was in the car going home and I couldn't stop crying, bro. That's and to be in those rooms, man. Like, you mean to tell me that kid that was making those decisions back when he was a kid, he was making those decisions to sit in rooms like this? Come on, man. I wouldn't change nothing, bro. I wouldn't change anything that I went through as a kid, anything that I saw, any of that, man, because it all set me up to be in these rooms, to be here on Streets of Success, bro. Like, this is what we supposed to be talking about right now, bro. This is ordained. This is how it's supposed to be. Come on, man.
Facts, bro. All right. So how did it go in high school as far as your grades and stuff like that? You had good grades.
Yeah.
Who was coaching back then? Burns, right?
No, Burns was the AD. Burns was the AD. Stanley was the coach.
Stanley was the coach,
bro. I used to be honest, bro, I was smart, bro.
Yeah.
Like, academically, bro, by the time I got to my senior year, they had me in the honors classes. That's why, like, sometimes we wouldn't be in class together because they had me, bro. My grades, I was good. Like, I had what I have. Like, when I graduated, I had like a 3.34, something like that. When I graduated high school, like, I was always locked in. Yeah. Like, math wise, I'm in class with Camille. I'm in class with like some of the smart. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I knew I was on a different route. I was on a different mission. Like, me and Nar were connecting the hallway. We like, man, I'm in the class with Tez. I'm in that class with this. We in there crazy. We going crazy. We laughing.
Yeah. I think you was a grade younger than me though, right? When you graduated, 2011?
I graduated 2011.
Yeah, I graduated 2010.
Yeah, 20. Okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah, bro. I was cool in school. Like, school. Like, I'm not gonna say, and school wasn't easy. School was hard.
Yeah.
But like, I used to be locked in though, bro. Like, I was a clown. I was high energy. I used to play too much. I used to be, but when
you was being you,
I
bro.
was being
you wasn't
me.
A clown.
But I'm saying, like, bro, in that time frame, you know, like, I was one of the goofy kids. I was one of the kids who, you know, I had a humor. I was being myself, like you said. But when them books opened, oh yeah, we was locked in.
Yeah,
we was locked in. And like I said, man, I didn't even know I was going to go to college though.
No.
Nah.
You didn't plan on going to college?
Like, I'm not going to say I didn't plan on going to college, but I didn't know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And what I did was, and this is what I encourage all the kids to do, I used to see like some people who knew they was going to college, who had a good background, they lived, you know what I'm saying? Like, they knew what they wanted to do. I used to be around them a little bit. That's why I talk about being in different crowds. You know what I'm saying? I'm some of the nerdy kids or some of the kids, whatever. I was in every crowd. So that crowd kind of led me to, like, they hanging out at the with the counselors during lunchtime. Oh yeah? I'm going right with y'all.
Yeah.
So I used to go in there and go chill with Mr. Dupero and all them. Like, and I used to chill in there and I used to ask questions. Yeah. I ain't really know. I'm trying to figure it out. None of my people went to college. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, me and my brother, we was the first men in our family to ever go to college and finish and graduate. Like, and really did it. So, like, but at the time, I didn't know. Yeah. So, you know, the crazy part about it is, even in high school, like, I was one of those late bloomers. Yeah. I only had one catch my junior year. I wasn't even starting on offense. I had one catch, man. Brahim Ford was in front of me, and he was leading the charge. I used to be like, man, like, X-Nar.
Brahim, light-skinned Brahim.
Yeah, bro. I used to be so hot because I felt like I was better, or I just wanted to, like, I wanted to prove myself. Like, but I was playing defense. So I started on defense. The crazy part is I started on defense. I was playing defensive end, but I wasn't starting on offense. So just locking in. I remember, like, my senior year just really just locking in. And I was always blessed because my mom worked at the YMCA, or she worked at Bali Total Fitness. She worked at the gym. Yeah. So, like, when my mom was at work, I used to just sometimes I would go to her job. I'm just picking up weights in there. Like, oh yeah. And there used to be this crowd of these dudes that went to college. They used to be in there doing burnouts. I'm doing it with you. Like, I'm doing my own little workouts. So I'm talking about, like, when you talk about getting it from the mud, like, if I would have had, and this is what I always say, like, and I don't like saying I regret things or wish things could have been different. But like I said, man, if my pop was, like, really, really, like, bro, I would have went to a Division I school. I would have went, if I would have had trainers, if I would have had all the stuff that all these kids got now, I would have went to school for free, bro. Because
so you didn't get a scholarship for school? No.
I'm still paying for school, bro. I went to a Division III school, bro. I paid to play football, basically. You know what I'm saying? Got a great education at Delaware Valley University, but at the same time, when you go play Division III, bro, you ain't getting no full ride.
Yeah.
You getting partial academic scholarships.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So I was smart enough that got me an academic scholarship, but wasn't no athletic scholarships going around in Division III football, bro. So, even, like I said, now going back to, like I said, if I would have had the trainers, if I would have had all that stuff, I probably would have been way ahead of the game, and I would have been more knowledgeable about going to college.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. Like, my mom and all them, like, I don't come from a strong background of men in my family. So, like, for me, like, I was figuring this shit out on my own.
Yeah.
And like I said, man, like, my senior year, that's when things started to really, like, pick up.
In the football world.
Yes. In the football
so
world, things started to really pick up.
Full time?
Like, by the time senior year came, I was starting full time, both in offense and defense.
What positions?
I was playing tight end, and it was like a wing T type offense. I was wearing number 10. It's crazy, man. Just like thinking back to it, man. I was wearing number 10.
Did you get more than one catch senior year?
Oh, 1,000%. I think I still, I don't know if I got a record, but I had like 9 touchdowns. I had like something yards. I went all pub. All that, man. I was like, and when you went all pub in the city, that meant something.
Yeah,
when I got that great all pub shirt, I'm rocking that joint in the gym class. Burn, some put your uniform on. Nah, I'm wearing my pub shirt. What you talking about? Get out of here, Burn. Man, shout out to Burns, man. He's a funny dude, man. Just the whole energy just behind having that pub shirt. I was mad though too because they didn't let me play in the all city game. I was hot.
Why not?
I forget because you had to be selected and something like that. Like, I was all pub though. Like, what? I'm supposed to play in the game. They was playing at the link. Like, that joint was wild. Like, as a kid, that's all you dream about doing. You dream about playing in the link.
That's your Super Bowl.
That was supposed to be the one. I remember talking with Nard. Like, I was so mad, bro. He played. He wound up playing in that game. Nard, that's what I said. Nard was my biggest inspiration when I was in high school because he was a dude who really, like, he had ideas. He had a clue. He had this. Like, he from up top. So he from East Oak and West Oak Lane. Me and him just, like, clicked, bro. Like, that was my road dog. Like, still to this day. If it was not for him, like I said, that different crowd, that different energy, and I always wanted to be like my big brother, though. Like, my big brother, he had 2 best friends, like, both from different parts of the city, but just, like, they was locked in. And just that relationship that I wanted to be like my big brother helped me have that relationship with me and Nard. And Nard helped take me to the top. Like, his mindset, him just calling me out on stuff that I needed to be called out on. And like I said, I always tell this story about, he said this one thing, bro. He was just like, bro, when your mouth match your play, that's when you're going to be good. I'm like, dang, bro, that shit hurt my soul. We used to argue. You know how we from Philly, bro.
Yeah.
Bro, somebody say something to you, it's in me. You know what I mean? Like, we turning up. So, like, he really helped change my life, man, for real.
That's a good job.
So, you finished high school, right?
Yeah.
Did you know what college you were going to? Did you ever, what was your plans for when you finished high school?
I remember, wanted to go play D1, seeing everybody go D1, just not really having that clue on, how I'm supposed to do it. Do I go to a JUCO? Do I do this? Do I do that?
No guidance. Nobody guided
I just ain't had that guidance to know that this is what I'm supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
And I remember, a couple coaches was coming up to the schools, and I remember, man, Duke Greco from Del Valle, he came up, and I always joke around and say he ain't come for me. He came for Nard. He came for everybody else. And I was a throw-in. You know what I mean? I was a throw-in. We joke about this to this day. It's funny, man. But Coach Stanley was one of those people who, you got any other players that, that's really good that you want us to look at? I wound up being one of those players that, that he wound up seeing. And that relationship between me and him just like really took off, man. He was the offensive coordinator at the time, and he truly like he was that father figure that I needed in my life during that time. And he was a white man.
That's tough.
And that was where it was different for me. And it was like why is he showing consistency and like texting me and telling me, you know what I mean? Like it was different for me, but it was something
because you wasn't used to
I
it.
wasn't used to that. Like
Yeah.
especially a man telling me, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I grew up and, you know, big shout out to my pops, man. I don't want to like, you know, put him, but this is my truth, bro. Like my pop used to, you know, I'm growing up. He like, man, don't be like me when you grow up. I'm like, and it confused me as a kid because all I ever wanted to do was be like my pop. You know what I'm saying? He eating 3 pieces of bread. I'm eating 3 pieces of bread too. He eating the chicken. I'm trying to be just like you. I look just like him.
Yeah.
So like it used to hit me hard. And but Duke Greco, man, like I said, I didn't know I was gonna go to college, bro. Like I knew I was smart enough to go. But when he instilled that confidence in me and he was telling me I can do this and I can do that, I wasn't going nowhere else but Del Valle. Like it was not even a question where I was going. Like the first dude who ever like gave real time and effort and love to me, I'm going. And I went.
So that love that you received from your coach, did that make you like turn up even more when you stepped on the field playing for him? Like knowing like, man, this guy believed in me. Like, so I got to turn up even more.
So when I made my decision, I wound up going to Del Valle, like going late. Like, not late, but I made my decision later. When I finally made that decision, I'm going in there like, that's D3. Like, I'm about to go in here and, you know what I'm saying, do my thing. I'm going to do 2 years and I'm out. I'm trying to go play D1. Like, this ain't, you don't know.
Yeah.
You don't got no clue. Like, you really in your mind, you take this kid out of North, you know what I'm saying, like out of Philly, you know what I'm saying, and you think that you know what you walking yourself into because, oh, you heard, oh, it's D3, it's this, nah. It was like, hold on, this real ball. This is crazy. Like, this the real deal. And like, the way he coached me and the way I was when I was there, I came in there with that Philly swag, that energy, talking cash, talking energy. And they like, yo, this dude, he gonna be something.
Yeah.
But just not yet. And that was what really humbled me, man. When I got to Del Valle, I thought that I was going like immediately. Yo, it was a gradual process. And that mindset shifted from I'm gonna be here for 2 years and it wound up being my home for like 4 years, man. And it was the coaching of Duke that really took me to another level because it was just like, it was like that humbling feeling of, you're not good enough yet, kid.
Yeah.
And how he birthed this athlete, like the real athlete, the blocking, the playing receiver, everything took steps. It wasn't like I was immediately good at being a receiver. I became a really good receiver. Coming from Roxborough, bro, we ain't had no real system. We was calling 4884. We calling, 9 go ball, running the corner route. I'm killing it.
Yeah.
I really don't know what I'm doing. Like I wasn't tapped in yet. When I got to Del Valle and I got underneath of Duke Greco, bro, everything need to be technically sound, need to be like. And I remember I got my freshman year, I wound up getting my first catch across the middle and I got popped. And I was like, yeah, it's going to be a great career, yo. Yeah. And that's when people started to really, like, see it. Like, oh, shit, this young boy might be. Like, he might take it. Like, you saw spurts of what I could be when I was, like, a freshman. Yeah. And things just start transforming into... By the time I got to my senior year, it was curtains for everybody. Like, it was... I turned that motherfucker out.
You were a receiver?
Yes.
A receiver.
So I became a full-blown receiver when I got to Del Valle.
You was tight end first.
I was like tight, so it was like in the wing T offense, you are the receiver. So you're gonna be in the dirt, you're gonna line up wide, you're gonna be in the slot, you're gonna be. But when I got to Del Valle, I was on that outside, I was in that slot, I was in the mix.
What was your 4.4? I mean, what was your?
I wound up when I came out, I ran like a 4.58.
Okay.
4.58, 4.61. Wasn't always the fastest, but I was just nasty, quick, catch anything, dog.
Adorable.
I mean, bro, put me in them trenches, I'm blocking. So it was the development on how he developed me, though. This is how he would do it. He would only have me, like when I was a freshman, bro, he would only have me come in for blocking plays. Right? And in my mind, I'm like, man, it's like, come on, man, let me spin. Like, give me a pass. And he used to just, like, I'm coming in for like the blocking package. And that's how my game developed into being a complete receiver. Yeah. Not even really fully knowing, though. I was learning the game from the inside out. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? Like, I was learning it from a different vantage point that by the time my senior year came, I was so tapped in up here that nobody could stop me. Like I said, man, I went there with the intentions of going there for 2 years, and then the love for the school just changed, man. You hear about Delaware Valley, you think of agricultural school, you know, people don't really go there. People don't know who that school is. People don't know, oh, yeah, we're going to put this on the map.
Yeah, how many students does it usually
I think, I don't even really know the exact number, but from probably like 3,000 to 5,000, maybe 5. I don't even think it's that. Yeah. But it was a small school, but it's a privately owned school. It was expensive. It was expensive. Every single year we was in that bursar office trying to figure it out, like truly trying to figure it out. Like I said, man, we ain't grow up with nothing. Yeah. Like I said, like my mom ain't know that bill coming. She like, I don't know what we gonna do. Like we subsidized loans, this, that. I'm still paying for school to this day. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, but
your senior year though, what that look like for you as far as stats, mindset, outside of the field? How did it look for you? Was that your best year, your senior year?
Ooh, senior year was my best year, man. Senior year was, you know, I just came off of a year, my junior year, like I almost had 1,000. I forget how many touchdowns I had that year before, but senior year, I broke every record.
Yeah. What in your school?
Yeah. Yeah. Like I wound up having, I had 1,700 yards. I had 19 touchdowns. I had 80 catches. I was on some
You was being bad.
Yo, nah, it was, bro. It was getting to a point where, like, it was just like, it was all just coming together, man. Like I said, man, the NFL was never something that I talked about. Yeah. I just wanted to be the best month out there. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, man, it was that relationship that me and Nar had and the relationship that I had with the coach. But like, to be honest, it was everybody around me that started really believing in me, bro. And it really like did something for me, bro. I used to be in college, right? I would go to parties. Yeah. Mind you, bro, like I said, we from Philly, bro. I'm up there with the white folks and like, whoa, I'm at the soccer house, the football house. I'm at, hold on.
Stuff you've never seen before.
I ain't never seen this before. Yeah. Never. Seeing white girl, I'm like, oh, this is crazy. Like, this was different. This was a different environment, bro. I had to adapt to that environment, bro. I had white roommates. Bro, we went to Roxborough. We had probably like 4 or 5 white folks in there. And it truly, when I got to Delaware Valley, it changed my life. Because it opened up my horizon to think that, like, bro, it's more than what I thought it was. Yeah. Bro, I had an Irish roommate, and I had a he crazy Connor. He was a wrestler dude. We was staying in the quad my freshman year, and there was an Italian dude. His mom used to bring up all the food for us. She used to stack our refrigerator up. That's when I learned.
That's how Frankie was. He was an Irish wrestler.
So it's crazy, just like
no, I wasn't. You believed it.
I did though. It's crazy. But yo, just seeing like that dynamic of, I'm like, what this is crazy. But I learned about cultures. I learned about, oh, that's how they do it. Oh, that's how they do. Okay. And then us intertwining within each other. We used to be arguing. We used to be fighting in the room. We used to, be playing 2K up till 2 o'clock in the morning. Shoot, man, they introduced me to stuff I ain't never seen. I'm like, this is crazy. Yeah. But like I said, man, I never really talked about the NFL, man. I never really talked about it. I only talked about it to one person. and that was Tenard. And we talk about not telling your dreams to small-minded people because they'll diminish what you think of yourself. They'll diminish how you feel about yourself. And like me and Nard used to get into the most heated conversations because I'm like, bro, I'm trying to go to the league, bro. Like, I'm trying to do this, bro. Well, what you gonna do about it? Stop talking about it. Go work. Go do it. Right. And like, it was that motivation. And also, like, bro, I used to go to parties in college. I wouldn't drink. I was so tapped in. Like, you talk about being, bro, I didn't survive the trenches, and I'm here. You think I can't survive this?
Yeah.
You think I'm not? You think I'm going to trick myself out of my position up here? Nah, I'm not crashing out up here. I'm not going to be one of those kids, bro. You see a lot of stuff happen in college. Dudes with rape charges or getting kicked out, drugs, weed, this, that. People who lose their focus because they finally get that freedom of nobody telling me what to do.
Yeah. And it could have been easy for you to do that because your mom was telling you what to do on the porch in the project.
You get what I'm saying? So like having that constant authority, feeling like when I finally got that freedom, I'm gonna just wild out. Yeah. I was already accustomed and structured the right way because I had a baseline. Yeah. So a lot of us, we out here structuring with no baseline. I had baseline because I was in the church. I had baseline because my mom used to hold me from doing certain things. And I had a baseline from some of the men that were in my life that did help me get to that point.
Sports even too.
You get in sports, like having that structure in sports gave me the idea that like, hold on, bro, you mean to tell me that I can make it out of this and I can probably change my life doing this? Oh, you sign me up. Yeah. So like I said, go back to the college situation, bro. I used to be at parties and all the OGs, all the people on the team, the seniors, the juniors, they be like, yo, you gonna be the next one. Imagine people telling you gonna be the next one and still gotta go out there and perform. You gotta still, if they telling you, why they telling you that, mind you, we at a Division III school. We all got hopes, dreams, thinking that we gonna make it out, we gonna make it to the league, everybody got that dream. Everybody.
But they're telling you you're the one.
But telling me I'm the one. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, and it took me, like I said, the other night when I was driving, man, it finally hit me. God really chose me, bro. Yeah. I ain't here because I was better than anybody. I ain't here because I made all the right choices. I'm here because God chose me. Yeah. And, bro. You know, walking in that light and walking in that walk, bro, it was just ordained to be what it is, bro. And all those stories and all that pain that I went through, it aligned me to have that senior year that I had, and him bringing all those people in my life that was giving me those hints and those signs that like, yo, you going to do something. You're not here for no reason. Like, you're not here just to hang out. Bro, you about to change your whole culture, Sheed. Bro, Division III, people making it from Division III, that wasn't even something that was, bro. It was Cecil Shorts, Pierre Garçon, all these dudes that made it from Division III that like, bro, I used to have them on my screensaver. I'm gonna make it.
Yeah, that's my hope right here.
That's my hope. And like
senior year was like scouts coming, like NFL scouts and all?
Yeah, yo. That was crazy, yo. I'm not gonna lie.
And they're talking to you.
They was coming to watch me at practice. They was sending me like little pamphlets. Like, I remember Cleveland was sending me stuff. I remember the Colts came in, the Eagles came in.
How did that feel, bro?
Yo,
you was going, I know you was going crazy.
Look, they come to practice. Imagine like the whole team, like, yo, I'm putting everybody, like, I've always wanted to inspire everybody and bring everybody with me. Yeah. Bro, I'm talking about on my heart. That's from the core. That's what I wanted, bro. Being able to have everybody like, yo, we got the scouts here. We got, bro, he not just here from just me. He looking at all of us. Yeah. So look, scout come in. He watching practice. Colts, Mike DeReese. I still remember. Like, I remember you, man. He came through, and I remember we was doing one-on-ones. I was out there wilding. You mean to tell me that? You gotta think, bro. When you start hearing the noise and still gotta go out there and perform, they was coming like during the season. This was like halfway point. This was like, I gotta ignore it. Yeah. I had to block it out. I had to block out everything, bro, to become, bro, it was times where I was scoring 3, 4, 5 times a game. Like, and they like, yo, this go wilding. Yes, I am. I got too much pain on his back, bro. I got people who lost their life, bro. I got people who really got real hopes and dreams. And, bro, that's why I play the game. I ain't play the game to get rich.
You got people counting on you.
You know what I mean? I got people who really looking at me like, bro, you helped save my life, she.
Yeah.
Like, seeing you do what you did, bro, we ain't had no hope, she. And, like, you was the beacon of that, bro. You was that next level. Like, yo, Curtis Brinkley was, like, the God that we all wanted to be like. And we wanted to, just big shout out to you, big bro. Like, bro, you helped instill that hope that one day I was going to make it out. And, like, seeing you do that, it just really just put something in my heart that, like, bro, I want to be just like that, bro. And like I said, I mentioned it earlier in the show, but, like, that was really me talking about you, bro. Like, you telling me that, Sheed, you did it better than I did. That changed my life, bro. I love you for that, bro, because it really set me up to be where I'm at now. And to get that respect and that love from you, man, it's all I ever wanted. You know what I'm saying? Like, I only care about respect. I only care about love. All that other stuff, bro, it's just going to come. So, man, I'm letting it out today, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's heavy, man.
So how did it go? You know,
So when
take it the next step. You've completed college.
Yeah, yo.
How did it look to?
All-American status came. That energy came. That I wound up winning Tri-State Player of the Year. I'm getting all these plaques, getting all this love, right? And I remember we had this event, the Maxwell Awards, a big-time event, yo, and I won that award. Wound up speaking at this award ceremony. Mind you, it's Pat Shermer from the Eagles out there. You got somebody from the Cardinals in there. Joe DeCamero, big shout out to Joe, man. He was like, listen, Sheed, you got some big-time people in this audience right now. I'm talking about whole crowd of people. I'm talking about table after table after table of people in there, right? And this is the biggest spot I ever spoke at.
Yeah.
Like, share my voice and share my heart, right? Everybody in there talking. He was like, Sheed, this is your opportunity right now. Like, you got some coaches in here, some NFL coaches. Speak your heart. Boom, like, he like, yo, Sheed, speak. So I'm like, bet, let's do it. So I get up there, I'm talking about everybody's like talking. And I'm like, here we go. So I dedicated the speech to my mom. And I made her stand up. And by the time I got done speaking, it was quiet. And it was like, at that point, I was just like, oh, shoot. Like, Sheed, you just did something that, like, really, like, touched a lot of people, bro.
Yeah.
And that same dude who was sitting in that audience was the same dude who called me right after the draft. Hey, Sheed, welcome to the Philadelphia Eagles. Big shout out to Pat Shermer, man. Like, that phone call from him, even though I didn't get drafted, it meant so much to me because he was there when I gave that speech. And they knew, the organization knew that.
Yeah.
And because they knew that, and I chose to be like, you know, because like after the draft, like you get a choice, like where do you want to go? You know, like I had a couple teams hitting me up saying, you know, all right, we want to sign you, and you got to make a choice. And my choice was Philly.
Of course.
Like, you think I'm going anywhere else, bro?
Of course.
Come on, you feel what I'm saying? Like, you think I'm not going to put that Birds uniform on, bro? You think I'm not going to try to walk out in that stadium in front of my people and go do what the hell I do? Like, bro, like you mean to tell me I'm going to get an opportunity to do that? I was putting that Eagles uniform on, bro. I remember when I signed, bro. She giving me goosebumps because you just think about it, man. All you think about is playing for your city, for this passionate city, this energy, this energetic, this vibe, man. I'm telling you, I didn't want to go to church because I was watching them Eagles, man. I was so locked into them Birds, bro, that like, that's what the Eagles mean to this city, bro. Like watching them win the Super Bowl, watching them do what they doing, bro. I don't think they really like, some of them get it, but like, this shit's so deep in our blood, our veins that it's so crazy, bro. And having that opportunity to put that uniform on, man. Not once, but twice. I won. I won, even though I didn't make the team, even though I wasn't, you know what I'm saying, I don't got no records, books, and all. I don't got none of that. I put that uniform on.
You got a jersey with your name on
I got that jersey with my whole family name on that. Not just my whole family, bro. The whole generation, my whole people that we talking about hope. We talking about, bro, that was the hood hero. You know what I'm saying? That's for the whole hood. That's for everybody.
Yeah.
This for us. Yeah. This our stamp right here. Even though we didn't get what we wanted out of this, we all saw that it was possible that we can make it. This ain't no made up story about, oh, this hometown kid, he grew up in the projects, some feel good. Like, nah. Yeah. This some real shit. Like, this is my life, bro. You talk about real decisions, real choices, real things that it took to get to that point.
How many days of work did you have to put in before you put that jersey on your back?
Oh, my goodness,
How many days of work?
I mean, like, days where I cried. Like, bro, I don't know if I'm going to make it. I don't know if I'm going to get out of this shit. Like, yo, how am I going to get through this? When I put that uniform on, I started to believe, bro. Like, even when I signed with my agent I was with at the time, bro, I got lucky. You know what I'm saying? I had to work out for my agent, bro. Like, I'm just, you know what I'm saying? Like, I wound up going and being with this guy. He was big time. He represented Joe Flacco. You know, big shout out to Joe Lenta, man. Like, he was the guy who really, like, helped put me on the map, bro. Like, I went, you know, I had my pro day at Villanova. Had, you know what I'm saying? Like, I wound up going to go train at Test Sports. Big shout out to Test Sports. They still doing their thing, man. Big salute to y'all, man. I love y'all. I got to come up there and speak, man. But going up there, I'm training with Division I athletes for the first time. Like, I'm training with dudes from Bama, LSU. These dudes, like, I'm hanging with the big dogs. And they looking at me, and they don't know what school I went to at the time. They don't know what school you went to because it don't matter. Once you...
It's an even playing field once you're there.
It's an even playing field. And you're like, you went where? Yeah, Division III. 1,000%, bro. Yeah. So, like, the respect level from when you say that, and not only you being from Philly, bro, people don't really realize, bro, when you go to these other cities and you go to these other places or be in these locker rooms, you tell these people you from Philly. They love us. And they like, nah, yo, I think every team should have somebody from Philly. You gotta have you a Philly boy that
for real.
Passion, energy. You can't replicate who we are. You can't replicate this, man. Yeah. So that energy, man, it just followed me everywhere I went, bro. And signing with Philly was one of my greatest and most like prideful things that I did. And scoring that touchdown, Tim Tebow threw me a touchdown. I had, bro, it was crazy, man. But that same thing that made me who I am was the same thing that broke my heart too. Like when I got released, bro, I was devastated, bro.
Yeah. Like, how did you deal with that? Were you going through like a state of depression or something?
Bro, you talking about? Listen, Chip Kelly was the guy who he was in charge, and man, for about like 2 years, man, people was like, man, they should have never cut Rasheed Bailey. And I used to look at every last tweet. I used to type my name in and I never seen my name being lit up like this.
Yeah, Chip Kelly let a lot of people go there.
Like,
too,
I was Roxborough kid, you know what I'm saying? I ain't never see it lit up like this. Yeah. Social media is starting to really like, oh, this is crazy. Like I'm starting to see traction. I'm starting to see, you know, like everything change, and the love from the city just like it felt so heartwarming and good, but it hurt me for years, bro. Just not being able to like stay after I really felt like I had a good preseason, a good offseason. Shoot, man, I never got on a plane until before I got to the NFL, bro. Like never even been on a plane. I remember, man, big shout out to Mark Sanchez. Like Mark Sanchez, during that offseason, right after I signed to the Eagles and we had OTAs, we had all that, he had flew like all the receivers and everybody out to San Diego. First flight ever, bro. I'm on the plane going to see like San Diego, bro. I'm seeing seals. I'm seeing water. I'm like, this is crazy. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we from Philly. We don't know what this shit look like.
You just came from crack bags
You know
on
what
the
I'm saying?
ground.
Come on.
Empty weed bags, for real, bro.
Yo, so I'm in San Diego, and it's just like, this is life? This is what it is? And Mark, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm out there with Jordan Matthews. I remember when I first signed to Philly, Jordan Matthews, big shout out to him too, man, because he was a big part of, like, accepting me into the Eagles culture, like, having me, like, he tweeted me the first, like, he tweeted on Twitter, and that was like, yo, people, you seen that Jordan Matthews tweet? Yeah, I seen it, man. I'm turned up. Yeah, like, what you mean? I'm gassed. So we out there in San Diego, we vibing. Like, he was my first real friend in the NFL, man. Jordan Matthews, a God-fearing man, you know what I'm saying? Like, he really showed me the way, like just everything on how he was, man. I tried to replicate and be like him, bro. He was going to Bible study. He was, like, waking up in the morning doing his devotion. Like, he just was tapped in just, like, differently, man. He from, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it's just crazy. Like, just the way he was, it really helped welcome me to the Eagles. And, like I said, man, I got on my first flight when I went to Philly, bro, and Mark Sanchez, like, bro, like, that experience changed my life. It let me know, like, man, it's more than I ever seen before, and it just really gave me that drive that, like, I can really do something. But it really took me on this long ass journey though. Like, when I got released from Philly, bro, that's when my journey really began.
Talk about it.
I wound up, bro, I had a 10-year career. Still, you know, trying to, you know, hang on right now to see what if we can get a good deal. If not, you know, potentially might walk away and continue with the pod and the speaking stuff and doing what I'm doing and building my business. But it's been 10 years, man. I was fighting for my career and fighting for my life, bro, to try to make it. You know what I'm saying? Even though I was in the NFL, man, people think that, you know, like you making all this money. This perception that you making hella bread is a misconception that a lot of people don't really truly understand. Bro, I was in the NFL and I was coming back to the crib and I was sleeping on the couch, bro. For 3 years, 2 years straight, I was on that couch. This is some real, like, this ain't no lie. This ain't no made up story, bro. I've been waiting to say this out loud because people think, oh, just because your name is associated with the NFL and you getting a couple of dollars, bro, you don't get a couple of dollars until you actually really make a team or sign to a practice squad.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, I went on this journey after I left. When I left Philly, I had a workout in Jacksonville. I had a workout in Cleveland. I had a workout in Kansas City. I was on the go. Still upset about what happened. I'm like, you gotta go and perform. Even when you upset, even when you think that, like, you've been defeated, bro, you still had to fester up something to be like, you know what? I'm still good enough. I got to go out there and work. I remember getting to Jacksonville doing the workout, and I was so pissed about everything that, like, I took it into the workout. And I had an okay workout. It was good, but I was just so angry about what happened that I couldn't let it go because I was scared. I was scared, bro. I'm in a whole different environment. Bro, I wasn't blessed to go to a Division I school where I was catching planes and go all this, man. I was homesick, bro. Where I'm at. I'm out here in this place, and they, you know what I'm saying? And in my mind, I'm like, they lose. I remember getting on the plane, and when they didn't sign me right away, I was happy. I'm like, yeah. I'm on the phone with Nard. Yeah, man, I'm glad they ain't signed me. They lose anyway. What?
Yeah.
This is an NFL team we talking about, bro. This is what you talking about.
Yeah.
But God humbled me. Like, I went on this journey of, it's crazy that, you know, I wound up, bro, people don't even know this, bro. I wound up going to the CFL for like 2 weeks. During my rookie year back in 2015, I wound up going up there. I remember my agent was like, listen, I remember he was just like, yo, like, you just want to stay active. You want to do what you need to do just to keep going.
Yeah.
Like, this keep going movement, this keep going thing, bro. I've been living it for a very long time. So when I got to BC, when I signed to BC, I remember first getting up there, bro. This after all my NFL workouts, that phone ain't ring. Nobody was calling. Nobody picked up that phone. I'm like, shit, you gotta do something. You can't just sit around. You can't just wait to be to get on. So I wound up going to Canada. Went to Canada. And I remember the first day I was up there in BC, in British Columbia. I was in Surrey, Vancouver, bro. There's needles in the street, this, that. I'm like, yo, I could have stayed home for this. What's this? This ain't the league. This ain't what I thought it would be. This is not what I envisioned. I remember being up there, and I remember being that scared little boy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know how you get this feeling of like, I just want to go home.
Yeah.
I just want to go home. We all had that feeling of that fear and that feeling of, man, like, I don't know.
Get me out of here.
Get me out of here, man.
Yeah.
Like, this ain't it, bro.
Yeah.
So I remember my agent was on the phone, and he was just like, if you love football, you're going to stick it through. And I remember that. And I was just like, you know what? I do love it. I do want to do this. So I was like, bet. So I was just up there killing it. I was up there for 2 weeks. And it was like, I'm not going to compare it to jail, but like in the CFL, especially during that time, a lot of people just talking about getting out.
Okay.
Everybody like, yeah, I'm just trying to go back to the league. I'm only going to be here for a little bit. I'm only going to be, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm only going to do I'm going to do it for a little bit. And I'm going to go back. And I'm going to go back to the league. And it was crazy. That second week I was up there, when I got the phone call saying, remember, I told you, I was on a plane telling Nard, yo, I'm glad they ain't signed me. I went from I'm glad that Jacksonville didn't sign me. That 3 weeks later, Jacksonville called my phone again. And they wanted to sign me to their practice squad. And they was going out to London. I packed up my bag so fast to get out of BC, bro. Everybody looking at me like, damn, yo, he getting out. Damn, yo, he getting out.
It's like
That's what I'm saying. Like, niggas like, they see you, like, pack your stuff up. They happy for you.
But they like,
damn, man, I was trying to be good.
Like, I'm trying to go with you.
Really
I remember my boy, Timothy Flanders, bro. He was my roommate during the time. And, bro, I'm packing up my bags, and he looking at me like, damn, bro, I'm happy.
And you kind of feel nutty in the way, too, that you got to leave them behind.
I'm leaving.
Like,
And it's crazy, bro. So I'm up there, and I wound up signing a contract basically saying that I can leave at any point. Because I knew at some point I was going to go back to the league. And I remember, man, I got on that plane all the way from BC and flew all the way to Florida to go to Jacksonville. And I was, bro, it went from the lesson that I learned through the pain that I was feeling was you really never know where you're going to end up. You just got to make sure you keep that mindset on the mission. You got to make sure that, like, yo, you got to stay locked in because you never really know what God is really trying to do in your life. And, like, it really showed me that, like, don't get so gung-ho and thinking that you know what you want and you think you got it all figured out. Nah, yo. Yeah. And in that moment, it made me realize that I wasn't in control because he brought me back 360 and he brought me back to a place where I recently said, oh, no, I'm good. I'm glad they ain't signed me, to a place where I was joyful. Yeah. Bro, my first trip ever going to London, I wound up being there for, like, almost a year.
So you did wind up playing?
I was on a practice squad.
How long was you on a practice squad?
I was on a practice squad for like damn near like the whole year.
Oh yeah? Oh, okay.
Like it was crazy, man. That's when I got my first check. That's when I felt like I was in the NFL. When I got my first NFL.
You got that money.
Got that little practice squad check. I remember seeing that check for the first time. And I'm like, damn, like this is what it is? And I'm like, okay. I remember, man, big shout out to Bernard Pierce, bro. Like he was one of the
Yo, that's crazy, bro. This is my fault, bro. I don't even mean to cut you off. It's just crazy how everything worked, bro. Like, no facts. I didn't even know this, bro. And you my guy. I didn't even know that, like, you knew him, you was cool. And, you know, I got locked up. I don't know if you remember the year in the 10th. You might have been in the 9th grade. I was in the 10th. And no, I was in my 11th grade year. I did in Glen Mills.
Yeah.
And Bernard Pierce was playing for our football team.
Yes.
Yeah, so I was playing football with Bernard Pierce.
That's crazy.
James Johnson was the running back also.
Yeah.
And he went to Temple.
Yeah.
It's crazy how everything just be aligning, bro.
Everything was aligned, bro, because when I got to Jacksonville, he put me under his wing, bro. He gave me my first little chain. You know what I'm saying? I'm feeling like, bro, that's when I really, like, big shout out to you, man. And I don't really talk to you like that, but, bro, I really want to give you your flowers because you really introduced me to, like, the NFL life. And it made me have been the wrong, like, we was outside.
Yeah.
First time I'm in a section, I'm like, yo, this is crazy. You too. Yeah, come over here. And I'm like, this the league? This what it is?
Yeah.
Whoa, I'm talking about, man, I'm in there with A-Rod, Allen Robinson, Rashard Green, Marquise Lee, Blake Bortles. I mean, this joint was star-studded with, like, dogs. Yeah. Like, just energy. And we in practice going crazy. And we ain't even really talking about the football stuff because I was wilding. Like, I remember it didn't matter where I was always a dog. Yeah. It didn't matter where I was on the map, where I was going. I remember showing up the first day in Jacksonville, up the sideline. They like, yo, who is this motherfucker? Yeah, I'm him. I'm here. And, like, everywhere I went, bro, I was always I was always good on the field. They were just sometimes, like, my mental, like, bro, like, it was a lot, bro. Them NFL systems, that West Coast system, learning up, zebra this, that, boom, boom.
So let me ask you this. As far as Bernard, when you met him, because then he started off for who? The Ravens, right?
He was with the Ravens. He won a Super Bowl.
So what year was that you met him in the league? He won the Super Bowl his rookie year, too.
He won a Super Bowl when he was with the Ravens. And then this is when he was still, like, in his prime. Like, he was in the mix. And I don't know, he just took a turn a little bit. But when it was 2015, where we really first met. And then he was the one. Yeah. Like, he used to really put me on. Like,
I'm happy, though. He embraced you the way
he embraced me, bro. Like I said, once you start talking that Philly and people start seeing your energy, they like, hold up. I was all, like I said, being good in every crowd, being good in every room, it helped me, bro, because I never felt out of place. My energy and how I carried it it didn't matter that I went to a Division III school. It didn't matter. I was a dog. Yeah. So just being able to have that and have that credibility of having him in the locker room during that time, it really helped establish who I was.
That's tough, man. That's definitely tough.
So, I got a lot of stories, man.
Bro, that's heavy though, bro. Your story in general, like the whole is just.
I can keep going.
Man. I'm gonna tell you, like, not even your story, how well spoken you are and how you're articulating your story. Yeah. Just from
that
sitting here with you, like, you're meant to be on camera. You're meant to be in front of people.
Yeah,
too.
I appreciate that, bro.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Like, I say this, man. Like, I'm not gonna say I practice all the time, but when I speak and have regular conversations, I've been telling my story for the last 15 years, man. All this time, I've been like, bro. Everything that I went through, it wasn't just the pain. It was the lesson that I felt and I learned from that pain. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had to learn to articulate my emotions. See, a lot of us as men, right? We can't tap into that emotion of, like, understanding why we going through it. And the hardest thing to do is to articulate it, to talk about how you feel, to explain it, like, bro, this is why I had to learn that, like, I used to get so frustrated because I couldn't say how I was feeling. Yeah. That's why Showtime Speaks exists. That's why the Keep Going podcast exists, because it gives me an opportunity to really express how I'm feeling, bro. That's why I commend y'all, not just because y'all got a pod and this and y'all, and we all blowing up on social media and stuff like that, but, like, bro, we giving ourselves a chance because we talking about what we going through.
But
us as men, we gotta have this opportunity to talk, bro. We giving a platform to people, men, juvenile, this person, that person. I'm watching y'all stuff, dude, talking about I was stealing from my mom.
Yeah.
Come on, man. When do you get an opportunity to get on a platform and talk about what you really been through and how you came through it and how you found a way to keep going?
Yeah. And not only that,
come on, bro.
The courage to do it.
The courage.
Yeah, like that. It's one thing to articulate it, and we don't got these cameras on and we're talking about it, but the courage to put it out there.
I'm telling you, bro.
And be subjective to the criticism.
Yeah.
That's powerful.
That is powerful. Is what I had to get over, bro. We talked about it before the show with Big Dog over there. I don't know, like, you know, not to put you out there, bro, but you think that I'm not ready yet. My story it's not where it need to be at right now. Nah, bro.
It's everything.
It's everything you doing.
Yeah,
like, because that's the shit that people, they want to hear that.
You
And
can
like,
talk about why you think you're not ready.
Exactly, bro.
Yeah.
And like, that was the big reason on how the Showtime Speaks thing kind of came into fruition, bro. It really started from, I know we didn't get there yet probably, but I'm rambling right now. But Kenny, man, he just was like, yo, you so motivational, bro. Pick up that phone and start talking into it, bro.
Yeah.
That's why I'm giving you your flowers, Lil. Bro, you picking up that phone, bro.
Bro, rap. And bro was on my bumper to tell me, yo, they need to see you do this, bro.
And that's
real
what
rap, bro.
It takes having people around you like that to let you know that, bro, you got a gift, bro.
Yeah.
You got something that you holding on to.
His page was on private.
Bro,
with 2
rap.
pictures posted on it.
For real, bro.
Last year.
Real rap. It wasn't even, it was probably 5 months ago.
Now look at it.
Like 5 months ago.
Now
Page
look.
private, probably 1,100 followers.
Mm-hmm.
He kept telling me, bro, you need to
Post on social
you
media,
need to
bro.
put your face on the camera.
But the thing is, bro, it's the fear that we won't be accepted, and like that what we saying is not validated, or it's not like we don't have enough in us we don't got enough in our background to be speaking out, to be saying how we really feeling, and it's that fear that holds us back from the opportunity and the places that we're supposed to go to, bro.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm proud of you, man. Like,
Thank
bro,
you, bro. I appreciate
I love
you,
you, bro. Like, because like
You already know.
I
Love you back, dog.
I know how hard that shit is, bro.
Especially being in the streets almost more than half of your life. We taught to stay away from social media.
1000%.
You're not putting nothing on, so it just be
Our generation, anyway.
Yeah,
'cause
our
we young
generation.
kids.
Yeah, our generation. We was taught like
Hide. Don't put too much out. Don't give too much. Don't
Yeah.
say too much. Shut
Like-
your mouth. Be
Yeah.
quiet.
Don't get on the camera. Don't.
So
you don't
he
wanna
kept
be caught
grinding
up.
me up, and it's like I had to sit and think, like, bro, you're not in the streets no more. Why can't you be on camera?
Yo,
You feel me?
that's what I'm talking about. And that's why you talk about streets of success, bro. It's like you gotta like tear yourself apart from like, bro, I'm not a part of that no more.
Right.
That version of me doesn't exist. And it is okay for me to walk into like who I'm supposed to be. Like to see you, I love seeing people walk into who they supposed to be, bro. I think it's the most beautiful thing in the world.
Right.
Like, because you know what? Nobody can take that away from you, bro. People can take money, they can take your time, they can do all this, but they can't take away who you really supposed to be, bro.
Right.
Unless you let them.
Unless you let them.
Yeah.
Unless you let them.
Because I'm sure that people had criticism on Lil and, bro, you're not that. You're not allowing him to be who he wants to be because you're holding him to the old version of himself.
1,000%.
So if he listens to the noise,
But
So
nobody
you
nobody never would tell me that though.
Yeah, I know.
Nobody would never say
But
like, yo, you ain't. It probably was said behind my back without me knowing. You know what I'm
1,000%.
saying?
mentally you might be
Mentally,
thinking,
you start telling yourself that.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's like the intuition of thinking that like we all got that feeling in our head like, man, you ain't good enough. You ain't doing enough. We all was talking about that earlier in the show, like, oh, the pod, I don't see the numbers. I don't see, man, we ain't getting no money from this. We ain't.
Well, actually, bro, I just sat here and lied. People did say it, but in a joking way.
Yeah.
And that's
You
a
know what I'm
slick way of
saying?
sliding it in there.
It came in as a joke, and that's most jokes have some type of truth.
1000%,
to it, you know what I'm saying?
bro.
Yeah, so it came in. They didn't say it like, man, who you think you is, or I probably heard it from like a third
Somebody
party.
else. Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
Someone said it to someone else and it got back to you.
And then the more it goes up, it's now it's like the same person that might have said or the same people that
They sharing it real.
Now they sharing it. They calling me, yo, I'm proud of you, love. I'm like, damn.
You know why? Because you just broke a cycle of silence. You broke the barrier. That's what we doing, bro.
Yeah.
Wallow Gilly broke the barrier. Streets of Success breaking barriers. Keep Going podcast. Showtime Speaks breaking fucking barriers, bro. They can't stop us, bro.
Yeah.
And we doing it together, bro. I told the story, man. I walked up, bro. I met Gilly before. We've been in the All-Star game before, but I never really got that chance to meet Wallow, bro. And when I was at the Super Bowl party, And I walked right up to him and he was like, yo, what up, Sheed? That's all I needed to hear, bro. Because that let me know that they watching. They hear you. They see me. They see what you doing, bro. We really, bro, we doing it, bro. Yeah. And that's like that validation. That was all I needed to hear. What's up, Sheed? Bro, I remember sitting there telling him, I'm in his ear like, yo, you, thank you. You helped, y'all changed the game. Y'all, like, to be able to have that courage enough to walk up to Wallow and be like, yo, you, like, I don't think you really realize, bro, you really helped change a lot of people's life, but you really helped impact mine. By you just being so open with your life, you being so, like, just, bro. And I said, man, keep going, man. And he was like, man, that's what we do. That's what we doing it for. That's what we doing it for. If you need anything, bro, let me know. It's just like, for me, man, that's all the validation I need, bro.
Yeah, fast.
So, yeah, bro.
Yeah, shout out to them though. They did show the possibilities, right? Like, because they bleed like us. They're from Philly, just like us.
1,000%, bro.
You know, that's definitely good motivation, man. And some people might not see it as that, or they're super competitive. But I got love for everybody, man. Like people that are making it out of the city. Like whenever someone makes it out of the city or they do something big, you always hear people talking negatively about it.
Yeah, man.
They did something to get it or this and that, but we're all in the same predicament. We're all trying to make it out. And when Showtime blows up even more, or when Street Success blows up even more, we're going to hear some criticism. We're going to hear some backlash. Bro. But at the end of the day, like, we know our mission and we're going to help change, man. We're going to help change, bro. Especially the people in the city. That's our biggest following. That's your biggest following, probably. It is, bro. So hopefully it's worldwide soon, both of us. Maybe not hopefully eventually.
It will. It already is, man. All those cities that I played for, you know, spending my time in Winnipeg up there in the CFL. I got a big, strong following in Canada. So I'm hitting it from different angles and different aspects, bro. And it's beautiful, bro. Yeah. Like, just seeing the dynamic of everything, man. It's already, bro, we hitting worldwide. We just don't know it.
Yeah.
Even if it's just a small 1%.
Yeah.
We touching people, bro.
I know we are. I look at them insights and it's like, bro. Dang.
Yeah, you see where it's hitting. It's hitting. The one thing I learned from the producer for my show, shout out to Matt, I don't think we realize that when we put stuff out, it's forever. Yeah. It's forever. Yeah. People can look at that, clip it, look at it for so long. We get so caught up in like seeing what it's doing in the beginning, but like, bro,
we forgot about it 3 weeks ago.
We forgot about it 3 weeks ago, but that same video that we forgot about just did 100,000. Yeah. It just did 200,000, 200K. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, it's never ending. And the algorithms and all that stuff like that, bro, it's picking up on all of that, bro. Like bro, we destined for greatness, bro.
So we were talking about your NFL, talking about CFL, right? How did the podcast, like, how did you walk into that?
I mean, the podcast has been, it's been in the making for, I didn't even want to do a podcast, bro. That's the crazy part, bro. Like I said, man, it started off by picking up that phone and just really just going at it like that and really just starting my speaking stuff. I've done commencement speeches. I've done Roxborough graduation. I've done a lot when it comes to speaking, bro. Like I said, later on today, I got Camden High School. They got a big playoff basketball game tonight. I've been doing my due diligence, bro. Like I'm really in them trenches, bro. I done been at West Philly High School. I done been everywhere, bro. I just don't publicize everything. But the pod has been in the making for a long time, bro. And I remember going from steps. Like it started in like 2018 where, like I said, it started from the phone and then it transitioned to like, I put myself in position, bro. I went out, I bought a mic, I wound up buying a light, and I bought a laptop. I put the investment in before I even seen it. It was just me by myself. I was doing Showtime Speaks by myself. I used to turn the light off in the room, had a light, and just go. I used to be in a car when I used to be on my phone, pulling over, same thing you doing. In my car, pulling over in the dark, screaming at my phone. I recorded 20 times, make sure it's right.
No kill, no cat, bro.
These motherfuckers don't know. Like, I'm talking about that's what easy, bro. But that's what it takes, bro. You gotta keep doing that all the time. And bro, I walked right into it. It was like I said, it was destined for it to happen. So, like I said, I got the laptop, I got the mic, I got all that. I was just trying to change the trajectory on what it looked like. Yeah. I'm like, how can I make this better? How can I transform the Showtime Speaks thing? How can I change the dynamic? So like I said, I bought the laptop, I bought the mic, and then I had this one interview with somebody, bro. and his name is Connor. He was playing for the Vikings during the time.
Okay.
And he had his own like media company. He wanted me to come on and just do an interview. I came on and he saw it like, yo, he was like, "Man, you got a mic, you got this." I was already prepared for what was already in the making.
What was coming?
You get what I'm saying? Like, and I think that's the advice to a lot of people. You have to prepare yourself before you get it. You got to already know you're there before you even get there. So as I was doing that, we had the interview. He's like, we get done. He was like, "She, like you meant to do this.
Yeah.
Why don't you just come on and just get your own show, do this, do that." So I'm like, bet. So I was a part of that media team. Wound up doing my own little shows. I did season 1 on my phone. I did season 2 with the laptop, and then I had just lost in the Grey Cup. So I've been to 4 straight Grey Cups in Canada. The Grey Cup is like the Super Bowl of Canada. I wound up winning 2 championships up there, and I lost 2 championships up there. So it's been a crazy career. I got these 2 big, crazy diamond rings. That's another story, bro. But winning those championships, it really changed my life, and I learned a lot about that. But when I lost, I learned more from my losses than I learned from the wins. And that time I was coming home, I think it was 2 years ago, I was coming home with the fact of like, I'm not afraid to hear no. So I remember going and I wound up, meeting this dude named Matt Beck.
Okay.
Big time dude. I mean, like, this dude's big time, bro. And the connection between it is the relationships that you build, they mean everything.
Yeah.
Kenny Reds, which soon to become, he was one of my best friends, whatever. We wound up training together, whatever like that. And he was trying to figure out what he wanted to do with his life. And we wound up having a meeting up there at his little office. I'm not gonna say little office, his big office.
Yeah.
And we was in there for about 2 hours. I just came home. We just lost the Grey Cup. I'm in straight mode. How can I make Showtime Speaks better? I'm not gonna keep relying on this CFL stuff, this money stuff. I done took all these L's. I didn't sacrifice so much money, signing bad contracts, signing bad deals, choosing family, choosing this. And I'm like, you know what, bro? How can I establish something that's bigger than playing the game and do what I really, really want to do? And I said, you know what? All right, here we go. I walked in there. We had that conversation. We talking. Mind you, we in there for Kenny.
Yeah.
We wound up being in there, and I'm like, we're about to leave. I'm talking to the wife. We talking about some stuff, and it's like some podcast stuff over in the corner. I'm like, hold on, like, this might be my opportunity to ask. Like, hold on, this might be it. Mind you, I've done some stuff previously for them. I've done a lot of speeches. I spoke to the lacrosse kids. His son was one of those kids. That same guy, Matt Beck, was in there recording while I was talking to his son, talking to the lacrosse kids. So the relationship was in the making for about like 2 years already. We already knew each other. We just didn't really fully know each other. So when we had that meeting, I asked him, I said, yo, like, what's that podcast stuff over there in the corner? Can I borrow a mic? Mind you, I don't know how I'm going to use none of this. I'm going to figure it out. He got the mixer over there. He got this, he got that. And I'm like, hold on, let me borrow that. So I wound up asking him, and he like, sure, why not? So he goes over, he takes the first mic out, he takes the second mic out. He's like, yo, why don't you just shoot the podcast here? Boom. Idea. Kenny, come on, be my co-host. We could do this, we could do that. Bro, we shot 25 episodes in a row.
Dang.
When? Right there?
Like, no, not right there, but
like
over
right in the
25 weeks. 25 weeks in a row. Every single day, Matt was believing in what I was trying to build. We went from small table, couple lights, whatever like that, and he just started adding. Boom, 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 boom. And it was just like, I couldn't believe it, bro. He made it look like a radio station. Like, this dude, big shout out to Matt, man. Like, this dude changing my life right now. We changing each other's life, bro. And that's what relationships do, man. And he blew up during COVID. He's got his own hair salon, and he's been cutting hair, doing his thing. He's been doing his thing for a long time, right? So during COVID, he wound up really like blowing up from like all his haircut tutorial videos on how to cut women's hair. Went crazy on the internet. He's got like 1 million subscribers on YouTube.
Dang.
Like gold plaque in there, everything. This dude's like the real deal. Came from nothing, like figured it out, like made a ton of money on social media with the Facebook ads, this, Paul Mitchell, and all these different organization sponsorships. Like he's been giving me the blueprint, and like he's been a true inspiration to like making me grow. Like it be times where I call him, he'll answer, force me to, I'm gonna figure this thumbnail out. I'm gonna figure this edit out. I'm gonna figure this whole podcast thing. I'm gonna figure it out. And each week, man, I was coming here with a structured show, a structured idea, guests that we gonna have on the show, the mission, and he believed in it. And because I came every single week, I was prepared. He kept believing in it.
Yeah.
And now we on season 4, and it's just it's getting so much bigger. And the crazy part is, man, like I remember when y'all first started, we was really like catching that wind, right? And we was really like making some real noise. And then the hardest part is that I stopped because of the season. The season happened. That's probably water. So the season happened.
Scared the shit.
The season. You see, I'm so used to it. It's crazy.
Yeah.
So the season happened, and every time I would really like go back to the season, I would like my focus was all straight on ball.
Yeah.
And like, bro, we lost a lot of our momentum that we had for 6 months, bro. And you asked me like, did I ever face like some type of like depression during football? And last year was my most depressing year, bro. Like, I was at the highest of my career, feeling like, man, and I wound up finally getting that courage to leave Winnipeg and, you know, a place that I called home, a place that I had family, like real people that I cared about there. And I wound up finally leaving and going to Toronto. I'm living in Toronto, 21st floor. The plan and the goal was for me to continue the podcast.
Right.
But my emotions run so deep into playing that game that like I just got away from it. And I wasn't doing those shows. I had all the equipment. I had everything I needed to do, but I was just so locked in and being in a new place. Just everything, bro. I was waiting on the camera that we had set up, I was waiting on everything. And then by the time I got set up, they released me. They released me on the weekend of my birthday. They released me the weekend my family was coming up. I was balling, bro. I was
on your birthday, bro.
My birthday weekend, bro. You talking about like embarrassed. You talking about hurt. Like I said, man, I was having a career start last season, bro. This was in the beginning of your last year. I played in 6 games. That team went on to win the Grey Cup. So the team that I was with, I went to training camp with, they wanted me to be there. I was the leader on the team. I was doing everything, and I got released because of money. I was a veteran player, and a ratio. The ratio kind of happened where you got to have a certain amount of Canadians starting and a certain amount of Americans starting. A Canadian DB went down. They had 2 Canadian receivers coming up. They had to make a hard decision. Money was about to be like I'm a veteran player, so your money becomes guaranteed. They couldn't pay it, and it left me in a position where they had to make a hard decision, bro. And they didn't want to do it, but it had to be done, and it was a sacrificial move, and it potentially could have hurt my career, man. And that's why, you know, like I look back at it, and I talk about the things that I regret, and it's just like, man, like damn, man, I can't even believe that happened to me. And it'd be the things that you don't think that's gonna happen to you that happen to you. And a lot of people, you know, I share it. I've been sharing it. I've been talking about how I ain't never cried like that in my life.
A question, Chi, real quick, not to cut you off, but listen, for anybody that's listening that go through any type of depression, can you share with them what you use or what I could say a tactic? Like how did you deal with it? How did you get through it?
So I cried a lot. Like I'm talking about like I thought I knew what depression was before that. Growing up, being from where I'm from, making it out, going to a Division III school, going to the NFL, going through all that, and I'm thinking like I know what depression feel like. I know what that hurt feel like, but this was different. This was like a cry for help. Like I'm on the floor, like just letting it out. And just trying to make it make sense. And like when you walk in the shoes of being somebody who's supposed to give it back, you're going to go through so much in your life, right? That you got to learn how to deal with your emotions. You got to learn how to get through it to be able to articulate it back. So I had to tell myself that, like, Sheed, your purpose and your mission is far greater than this pain that you're going through. Your purpose and your mission is far greater than it's. And I had to keep telling myself that. And one of the biggest things that I did was I went and I sought help. Yeah. So when I left Toronto, I wound up being home for a couple of weeks or whatever like that. And I remember the first day I got back, I went and I gave it back. I went and I spoke. Okay. And that was one of the things that kind of helped me. And I spoke my truth. And also, like, when I signed to a different team, I wound up seeing a therapist for the first time. See, a lot of us think that we can just fight these battles on our own and we can just get through it by ourselves. But imagine being able to go and talk to a therapist and be able to talk to somebody that's not going to judge you. Yeah. It's not going to tell you that, you're wrong for how you feel. Like, I think the biggest thing is knowing that, like, your feelings are validated, bro. Like, sis, like your feelings of what you're going through and what you think that, like, it's not worthy or it's not this or it's not that. I had to learn that, like, it's okay to hurt. It's okay to cry. It's okay to feel what you feel because it's a feeling.
No one can tell you wrong.
Nobody can tell you that, bro. Nobody can't take that away from you, but it's how you respond to that. And some of the things that I did was I would write out all my feelings, yo. I'm talking about to the T. This made me feel like this. And imagine the things that you keep holding on to. Imagine you letting that go and putting it into something. We talked about how football saved my life because I went and I did something about it. See, a lot of us sitting at home and we going through these things and we ain't doing nothing about it. We just smoking that weed. We drinking that good drink.
Playing the game.
just escaping life and not really, like, talking about, like, even if you're going to play the game, because I play the game too. If you go in there talking and had that conversation, like, bro, I'm really going through this, bro. I'm really fit. Like, bro, use that. If you're going to use something, use it the right way. Use it to communicate. It's the communication. Right. And me being able to communicate, and that's why you said, like, Sheed, I feel like you articulate you know what it took to get to this? It took everything to get to a point where I felt okay with saying, yo, I was crying last night. Yeah. I felt real pain and I didn't know how I was going to get out of it. I'm on the floor. I'm listening to that New Friday. I'm listening to that. Bro, it's certain artists that, like, that I had playing in my ears to help me stop fighting against that feeling that, like, because you know what we do? We suppress it. We suppress it so deep that, like, I don't want to deal with that shit. I'm good. I'm straight. Nah, you ain't good. I'm not okay. I'm not good. And I used to, bro, shout out to Friday, bro, because, like, bro, I wound up having a connection through him and somebody, bro, invited me to the album release party and I wound up going and I'm sitting there and I'm just listening to that. I'm listening to them beats. I'm listening to what he talking about. He talking about what he really been going through and what he really feeling, bro. When a man can get up there and talk about this what I'm feeling and this what I've been going through, people listen to that song and all this and, bro, that shit means something, bro. Yeah. Like, it helped me get through some hard times in my life and just forcing me to be in those emotions and be in those feelings. So you asked me, how did I get to those depression times, bro? I accepted that I was feeling the way I was feeling and I let it run its course. Okay. And every single day I got up and I did something. I work out every single day. I talk. I speak. I don't hold it in. I write. I give it back. Like, that's my greatest gift. If you think, oh yeah, she ain't never do no book bag drive or do no turkey this or do no, you know the best gift I can give? Is giving this game and giving this knowledge and giving my heart, my real heart. I'm not rich. I don't got a ton of money. I'm listening, right now, I'm hurting. I'm putting everything into what I'm doing that I'm not seeing no return. We talk about the sponsorships. We talking about all that stuff, bro. But to be honest, bro, I'm out here getting it. That football money running out. We ain't talking about that, bro. There's a lot of people up here faking the funk, wearing nice stuff, doing this. I'm putting everything in to keep going. I'm putting everything into this shit. That's why I'm telling y'all, like, bro, y'all doing it. Like, can't nobody take this away from y'all. Can't nobody take this away from us, man. Bro, I can't tell y'all how much I needed to be here, bro. When you asked me, I said, man, I started thinking about it like, I think you ready. This is where I've been waiting to do it at in the first place. I've been waiting to come to Streets of Success, bro. Yeah. Because I knew I've been hiding these feelings, and I can get on my show and I can talk about certain things, but it's different when you got people asking you.
Yeah.
Like,
it's about you right now.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
it's about you.
And I even feel wrong for even taking up so much time talking, but like, this is what I'm supposed to be doing.
Yeah, facts.
This is what this is for. And now I'm getting a chance to see it from the other side of what we actually doing for people, bro. Like, bro, I done had CEOs, business owners, all these people come and sit in that seat, and you sitting there, you like, they come nervous, but they leave so fulfilled. I had a CEO, like, bro, this dude, Paul Chavez, man, big shout out to you, bro. This dude, real deal. Real deal. I'm not rich. I'm not well off. I'm not none of that. I can't give him anything that's going to amount to what he's done for me. But you know what I can't give? And I waited for my right opportunity to get my one ask. Hey, Paul, why don't you come on the show, man? Won't you? And you know what he said? Without a doubt. He's the reason why I go to the Eagles games and why I'm sitting in that box. You think I'm sitting in that box because I'm up there and I'm getting it like that? Nah, I'm connected with a lot of different people because I'm my authentic self at all times. It don't matter if you make $1 billion, $1, it don't matter. People love genuine people. Rich folks like people who are real. And for me, bro, I'm in the box. I'm in there screaming like I'm that 8-year-old kid. Yeah, what up? Yeah. And he looking like, for 2 years, 3 years, bro, like they invite me to the games and I'm the same me. And that's the reason why I was on the second row I'm at the Super Bowl in the second row, bro. You think that's, you know what it took to even get to that second row, bro?
Yeah,
it took
bro.
It took everything, bro. That wasn't by accident, bro. That was, like I said, man, that was God ordained, bro. I wound up meeting the vice president of director of sales from WIP. Come on, man. I had a meeting with them last week, bro. We moving mountains right now. We about to we making noise right now. And even if something don't come out of that, they watching.
The crazy thing is when it does pop off or that big thing does happen for you, everyone's gonna think that it was so easy.
And overnight.
Yeah.
It was overnight, man. All they see is boom, you front of project, the Eagles, and then this. It's blowing up. You moving mountains now. All of that.
Oh, he made
we
that
just
connection when he was playing for the Eagles.
Yeah, everything you just went through.
No matter where you got
the
the connection from, no matter how many more days of work you put in, right? Because we talked about the work you put in to get on the football field.
Yeah.
How many days you had to get up, train, play, get sat on the bench, whatever. And you went through those days to make it. Now you're still putting days in to make it with the podcast, make it with the platform, make it with the business.
It's hard, bro. Like people don't see, bro. A lot of stuff that you see, I'm up at 2 o'clock in the morning. I get an idea. I wake up out of my sleep. I'm working. This ain't no game, bro. I'm out here really trying to, I'm coming, bro. Bro. The clips, I taught myself how to do all this stuff, bro.
I hear you.
You taught yourself how to do all this stuff. You taught yourself how to do all this stuff. We out here self-teaching ourselves. You mean to tell me that you can't be who you want to be? It's out there for us. We got access. We got YouTube. We got this. We got a lot of stuff.
There's no excuses anymore.
It's none.
There's no excuses anymore.
Bro, I'm at
action.
You see a video that you put together and you see that thing go for 100? You like, hold on, bro. I did that shit, man. You know what I'm saying? When people come in, they see the structure of the show, they see how it is, they're like, man, this is the greatest. Yeah, I did that shit. I put that work in. This ain't no game. This ain't no, you can just, I woke up one day, I see your studio, I see what you're doing. Like, let me, can you connect me with, I ain't doing none of that.
Bro, I had to look up this microphone. I had to look up this backdrop. I had to look up how everything it goes to even be able to put it into play.
Come on,
that was
man.
work itself.
That was work, bro.
Yeah.
Before I even took action, I had to do research.
Yes, you do.
And that was work too.
Yeah, man. And
it's all work.
Lil, you asked me about the, we going right now. I don't even know how much time y'all got. But
what we looking? Well, we cool though, honestly.
150. Yeah. 150.
50.
Yeah, that's
150? That's crazy, yo. Dang.
Man.
We can keep going, bro. I mean, I know, listen, we talked about the sponsorship stuff, yo. Like, you know, shout out to Cozy Jewelers, man, because like he was and he is the first business to believe in what we doing. Yeah. And I bought something from him, and the connection came through Kenny, and we just kind of just like, you talk about relationships and what they can do for your career, what they can do for your life. Stop thinking people are against you. Stop thinking people are trying to hold you back. Understand that when you have these conversations with these people, you never really know what it can be 2 to 3 years from now, bro. Because that's how it happened with me and Cozy.
Right.
I bought something from him, not even having my whole platform situated, bro. I'm still doing my thing, still trying to figure it out, still, saying what I'm doing, but also now I'm doing business now. Shifting from just being an athlete and doing the speaking stuff to shifting to now, I own my own business. Showtime Speaks LLC. Stop playing. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm full businessman now, bro. Now I gotta figure out how can I capitalize on every relationship that I've been built over these last 10 years as being a professional athlete. That's the thing. That's why a lot of us struggle, because we can't seem to make that connection back with what associated ourselves with those people. So now I'm going to these networking events. I'm going to these places. People care about how much are you showing your face? How much are you, what are you doing? How much of the character are you building? Like watching y'all, like that's what I'm saying. That's why I commend y'all too, because y'all showing the character of who is who it is. You getting, you proposing to your wife and doing this and doing, bro, I've been watching all that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I'm so tapped into seeing what y'all doing and seeing what y'all building. That's what Matt taught me. Matt told me, in order to survive in this podcast world, you got to show a little bit of yourself. You got to show the people who the character is. Yeah. So that helped me when it came to going to the table and talking to these business people and talking about, can you be my sponsor on my show? I remember, man, I had 2 meetings with him, man, and I said this story already, like, rest in peace to his father, man. His dad passed away, last week, and, rest in peace to Big Cozy, man. But I remember having this conversation, and it's about what can you do for their business that can help expand what they doing. So we have a reading for them. So we have, big shout out to the sponsor, Cozy Jeweler, the jeweler that keeps us cool. Oops, I meant Cozy, stop playing. So like I do those things in the show, and then you implement all those different things to help with the sponsorship. So you have a reading in the beginning, you have a reading at the end, and you just keep adding to it. Like, how can I get different sponsors to help?
You're adding value.
Adding value to what they can. So his connection was he wanted to get more in tune with the athletes. Well, I can help you do that. I can help bring more customers to you. You get what I'm saying? And that's how you leverage to the scale on trying to, do business with people. It's really, to be honest, bro, it's really putting yourself out there with some of these bigger businesses or these mid-level businesses and like, listen, I'll say this, I'll read this on the show, I'll make a commercial for you. Like what I did was I made a whole package deal. So I got a standard package, a premium package, and I got different packages that I can sell to a business. Yeah. And once you put that together, you can be able to go to any business. You already got the blueprint now. You got the whole thing lined up. All you gotta do is sell it now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's all you gotta do. And it's like it sounds so simple, but it's hard. But you gotta build that relationship. Yeah. And because the relationship was already built, it was a certain level of trust.
Okay.
So.
And at the same time, you got to stay consistent and keep building the audience.
Exactly.
Because you're getting them, you might have 30,000 views, and this is your leverage, but then, as time goes on, you're showing them, like, my views are actually going up.
1,000%.
I'm adding more value to you. I'm actually even putting your logo in the bottom sometimes.
1,000%.
So it's like you continue to add value to the people that are listening to the show.
1,000%. 1,000%.
And you're bridging the gap.
Exactly. So, and... yeah, we both still grow in our show, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm not selling how much numbers that we have on the podcast. That's still growing. That's something that's going to happen with time. It's only going to take one click. It's only take one time. But what we selling is like, yo, listen, our platforms between both y'all platforms and the Streets of Success platform, we kind of combined 100,000 views.
Yeah.
That's what you sell to these people. You selling the potential. Like, that's what you selling. Like, yo, listen.
On top of the relationship.
On top of the relationship.
Yeah.
So now they already know who you are. Now you're saying, listen, we touching this amount of people on Instagram, on Twitter, on this. We're still growing. And
Getting watched cheap.
you get what I'm saying? So it's just like
cheaper.
Exactly. So it's just like being able to talk about that and say who you bringing on the show and what you're doing and what you really bringing in the mission of the Keep Going podcast. Come on, man. How can you not say that I'm behind that?
Yeah, for real.
I'm working on stuff. Listen, I got some stuff in the tuck, man. I'm trying to get a Wawa deal. I'm trying to get, bro, I'm working, bro. And it's nonstop. And it's sending messages. It's sending emails. Like I said, man, I got some big time stuff coming up. And
does the jewelry place say that they see? They do.
1000%, bro. And it's not just that. He's the person who taught me that, like, Sheed, in advertising, it takes time. It also helps me being who I am.
It's brand recognition too, because you might not get a sale from it, but your name is getting out there.
Exactly.
They might not even remember that they heard it from you, and they might see it on a billboard too. Now it's just more brand recognition.
And the biggest thing is, especially when it comes to sell, is how many times do they keep hearing it? You see, Gary Barbera on the Boulevard. How many times you heard that? You hear it all the time.
Yeah,
That's
bro.
sell and recognition
We
and
just
branding.
was talking about that with
Bro, I
Funny
remember.
Bull Quill.
I remember.
Exactly.
I remember
You got to
the injury. The injury on 623-48888.
Top Dog Law. Top Dog Law.
Law.
You just keep hearing it. Keep hearing it. Keep hearing it. Keep hearing it.
Yeah.
That's what we do. That's what we got to do. That's what you have to do in order to get that recognition and that love and getting that money back. So
it's just like, crazy, bro. Not to cut you off. It's just crazy. We just heard that back to back because Quill was saying the same thing as far as like how you'll hear a song on the radio and you might not even like it. Then eventually it start growing on you over and over. And you just sat in the same seat and said the same thing, bro.
I'm telling you, man. Like, I had somebody go in there and buy some jewelry from Cozy, right? And he was in there. He was like, yeah, the jewelry that keeps us cool. Oops, I meant Cozy.
Yeah,
I say it every single time we start the show. And, like, bro, it's been crazy, man. It's been building. It's been turning into something special. And I'm just, like I said, man, I learned a lot in these last few years about myself, about doing business, about being a professional athlete.
Yeah. That's his joint. He give me. When he tap me, he be like, "We had two.
We had a deuce, right?
Rap it."
Yeah, bro, I'm sorry.
Bro, this the first time we had a pod this long,
without
and
even
it was
realizing.
intriguing. Not even because it was intriguing the whole way through, bro. Real rap, and I'm not just saying that because you my man.
Nah.
You know how people are.
Yeah.
No, for real. Listen, hear me out, bro. You know how people will read. Like your teacher will read a book, or a classmate might read a book. They don't throw emphasis on certain words and stuff. They just be reading it, and that's how some people come on the show and tell their story.
Yeah, bro.
Your whole joint is like, you mean you letting it know when the depressing stage you bring it back down. Real rap, bro.
That's a
For
gift,
real, bro.
That's a gift.
Yeah, bro. A lot of people can't do that.
Honestly, I'm jealous. I ain't
feel
gonna lie. I'm
me?
like, damn, I gotta like really get into like myself, like tune in more because instead of going through the motions.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, bro, I came with the intentions to like really like, I'm gonna show y'all this is me.
Facts.
But bro, I'm really on a mission, bro. And this is really like, that's what you gotta do to keep it what it is, bro. And bro, I've learned how to be a good speaker over the years, man. And like I said, man, I'm gonna be one of the best speakers. I am one of the best speakers already. And it's just a matter of me just putting
Recognition. You're gonna get the recognition you deserve.
1000%, bro.
Yeah.
I got the credibility,
I can
bro.
see it.
I've been doing it. And like I said, man, I respect y'all, man. I love
appreciate
y'all, man.
you.
Likewise, bro.
Tell everyone where they can find you at, man.
Listen, Showtime speaks. Listen, Showtime Sheed. Follow all the platforms. Go get you some Keep Going merch, man. The Keep Going merch is on sale. I mean, we've been doing this thing for a little minute now. Listen, man, I'm everywhere. Contact me if you need me to come speak. YouTube, TikTok. Everything's the same. Showtime Speaks, Showtime Sheed. Everything's the same. Follow all the platforms. Listen, man, I will come speak for a fee. Come on, man. Listen, I'm trying to get back to the kids.
Look at his stuff,
bro.
too.
Listen,
He's official.
Follow the movement. We doing some big things, man. I'm just so glad that I was able to come on Streets to Success, man.
Yeah, I'm happy
Glad to have you, bro.
Because, like, we are Streets to Success.
Yeah,
man.
facts, bro.
For real, bro. And to be able to walk in that reality today, to make me go down, to help me go down memory lane.
Yeah.
Thank y'all, bro.
That's real.
No doubt, bro.
That's real. Appreciate you.
Appreciate you.
We gotta get a flip. Mikey, get a flip.
This is great.